Welcome back to the Today I Play podcast, where you will always, and I mean always, get more than just a tip. I'm Senpai Shiba, and we're on episode 3, and we got a decent amount to talk about today. But first, today I've been playing two things: Fortnite and this game called American Arcadia. Now, Fortnite had an update. I'm not gonna lie, this update been a banger. I'm not gonna lie, I've been playing the hell out of their Rock Band mode. I think it's called Fortnite Festival. Yeah, that mode is fire. It's just something about me, I don't know, the nostalgia kicked in, and I've been missing Rock Band and Guitar Hero, and it's scratching that itch. I might end up buying a actual guitar for to play like Clone Hero or something like that in the future. But man, it's been real fun playing Fortnite this season. I know a lot of people hating on it because the OG fans really love the old style feel and the old map and etc. But I don't know. They say they're gonna bring it back for them, so that's cool. I'm glad they're gonna get the WoW vanilla or whatever we're gonna call it comparison. But this new stuff is still good. They implemented a lot of different things. They want to be the hub where you can just stay on Fortnite and do everything all day. You don't gotta play no other game. And slowly but surely it's kind of getting to that point, because I don't know if it's real or not. I think it was real. They've been developing like Fortnite sports, where it's like every sport in Fortnite, and if they do that, it's over for a lot of these games. Roblox would be like the only competition when it comes to like these creative hub spaces, because Fortnite is killing it. They're just throwing money at the right people, and they're producing great products. So shout out to Fortnite, shout out to Epic. I know a lot of people don't say that nowadays. Shout out to Epic. They doing right by Fortnite, if that's the only thing they're doing right by. I've also been playing American Arcadia. Now this game slipped under my radar. It got recommended to me by a friend. It is an intriguing game. I'm not that far into it. I'm about an hour or so in, but it seemed like it's going to be a game about a man who basically lived inside this bubble called Arcadia, and they're basically just being used as like test subjects, I think. And a lady outside of it is trying to help him escape and change shit. But it's really cool concept. Like the inside the bubble is a 2D aspect, 2.5D aspect, where you're just running and doing little stuff, solving puzzles and stuff. And outside the bubble, where you play as the girl, she's like first person, solving different puzzles and stuff like that as well, exploring type stuff. And I'm really intrigued about where it's gonna go. And all in all, it seemed like one of those fun, I don't know if it's an indie game, it might be an indie game. I'm not sure, I could double check that right now. But if it's an indie game, it's one of those games where it should be talked about more. Like, I feel like this is one of those things that I feel like a lot of people should be spazzing about. But just by playing a little bit of it by itself, it seems really fucking good. Yeah, I think this is indie. Out of the Blue Games, I don't think I've heard them before. Oh, they did Call of Sea? Yeah, they did Call of Sea. So I heard of that game before. But yeah, it's an indie developer. This game slipped under my radar. I'm glad I gave it a shot. I'm gonna finish it real soon, because it's not that long yet. It's about 8 hours or so. So production value as well, you can tell they care about quality. When you're walking, it does instant cutscene transitions and stuff like that as well. So I'm interested in seeing more of this game, and I'm gonna play it, and I'll let y'all know next time. But let's get into these topics this week, because I have some opinions, especially about this first one. Because this first one is, I don't know, I think I'm different from a lot of people, but let's get into it. Naughty Dog put out a post today on Twitter, I guess on all their platforms, and said an update about the Last of Us factions, basically. And the update reads as follows. I'm not going to summarize it, most of it, but you get the point. We realize many of you have been anticipating news around the project that we've been calling The Last of Us Online. There's no easy way to say this. We've made the incredibly difficult decision to stop development on that game. We know this news will be tough for many, especially our dedicated The Last of Us factions community, who have been following our multiplayer ambitions ardently. We're equally crushed at the studio, as we are looking forward to putting it in your hands we wanted to share with you some background on how we came to the decision. And then they go into it about how, you know, they basically would have ended up only being focused on making a multiplayer game and not being able to do no more single player games. And so they decided to basically just come to the conclusion that it needed to be shut down and go back to what they're known for, which is their single player games. And they're working on a couple of them, and they can't wait to show it off in the near future, blah, blah, blah. My thing is, why were they trying to make this such a grandiose thing, though? Like, I know PlayStation wanted, I'm getting on PlayStation's head in a little while, but I know PlayStation wanted to make all these live service games, and they announced them like too early. Like, they were gonna have like 8 or 9 of them in production, some dumbass number they said, and this was one of them. And so when they were showing off like freaking like concept art at the fucking Game Awards, where would they show it off at? Was it Gamescom? I forget. When they were showing off concept, like, why? It was so early in development, y'all didn't have anything to show. So why y'all here talking about it? But I digress. I also just disagree with their point of it would have took everyone at the studio to, you know, create this new Last of Us Online thing. We just wanted an updated factions. Like, Last of Us 2 should have came multiplayer like Last of Us 1 did. And now you're saying you couldn't do that because y'all were trying to do this grandiose live service thing. And we didn't want this game to be such a large live service thing. Let's go back to Uncharted 4. Uncharted 4 multiplayer is great. It was never this huge like live service thing where they had to constantly keep updating it with, you know, the Fortnite level of content. We didn't really want that. At least me personally, I don't want to speak to everybody, but I feel like we just wanted a modern factions and updated factions that connected to Last of Us 2, that had the mechanics of Last of Us 2, the guns of Last of Us 2, the movement, etc. And that would have been fine, bro. But because PlayStation and was so insistent probably on making live service games, this shit probably blew up to the point where like it couldn't go any further. And that's such a disappointment. Because I know I seen a lot of people on Twitter talking about some thank God, good riddance, go back to what you're good at. But they're good at multiplayer as well. I don't know, people don't play the multiplayer, so I understand it. But the Uncharted multiplayer was fun as fuck. The Last of Us faction obviously is fun as fuck as well. So I'm just sitting here like, people don't seem to understand that these communities are still to this day still playing that. Like they're tight, and they're like not as big because the game is like, I don't know how many years old at this point, but they're still relevant because they have nowhere else to go. Like it sucks, bro. Like, cause I loved faction when I played it on PS3 and PS4, but I stopped playing it because, you know, after a while, it gets to the point where like you want to play new stuff, and it's just really unfortunate that I feel like production got so bloated and overdone that it had to be canceled, which freaking sucks. And I also found it funny that Naughty Dog turned off comments on Twitter because they knew they was finna get shit on. But it's whatever. We'll see multiplayer from Naughty Dog at some point in some fashion, I believe. I don't know when and where and how, but I feel like it's gonna be a thing because faction is so beloved. They promote everything with the Fireflies, stuff like that. The Last of Us, they had the Fireflies and all that stuff. They know how passionate people are about factions. They know. I just feel like I don't know, they let a lot of people down for just, it wasn't their fault, I'm guessing. This is all me guessing, by the way. It wasn't their fault. It's just the higher ups in Naughty Dog and the higher ups on Sony that's making them do these decisions. So, yeah, another game that's gone with the wind. Another letter that's just disappointing from a game company. I'll never forget the Cyberpunk yellow letters all the fucking time. Them yellow letters was getting on my fucking nerves. But all in all, shout out to Naughty Dog. It's unfortunate that y'all had to cancel this shit, but we get it. We get it. It wasn't meant to be, unfortunately. That this does have me wondering, besides Call of Duty and I guess Battlefield, what are the games that still release single player and multiplayer like together? Like, I'm trying to think. I believe, of course, Splatoon does it. It's not a ton of them. Like, they definitely slowed down over there, because it used to be like your game has to have a single player part and a multiplayer part. But now it's like you can just be a multiplayer game if you want to. Go free to play if you want to. Be $20 if you want to, $30, and niggas be cool with that. Like Battle Bit Remastered did amazing. It came out, I think it was what, $20, $15, $20. Boom, you got the game. Love it. Like, I'm trying to think. It's not a ton of them. It really isn't, and it's like this. It speaks volumes, because as a gaming community, we've understood. Cause I remember when the first we understand. I'm rambling, but we understand how like the times have changed, because when Titanfall 1 first came out and it was full price but only multiplayer, that game got shit on for good reasons, because it wasn't a lot of content. I don't think no game should be $6 and up for just multiplayer, personally. But yeah, like that game got shit on, and then Titanfall 2 came out, and then nobody bought it because it came out between two juggernaut games, unfortunately. So people didn't buy that good ass game. So, but now you can just shit out a multiplayer game by itself, and niggas won't bad eye to it, because that's all people want to play nowadays. It's multiplayer. And niggas look at you weird if you say I prefer single player games, but yeah, I can't off the top of my head think of any games besides those three that are single player and multiplayer games that come out at the same time. And not co-op, because co-op is different. Co-op games will always come out. I'm talking about mainly PvP and single player campaign, and then you go through PvP afterwards. Those games don't really exist like that no more. So I guess it shows that Naughty Dog understood that early on, that you don't need that. I guess we all knew it, because I prefer single player games over multiplayer games, but I still love me a good ass multiplayer game. That's why I'm playing Fortnite right now. I love me a good chunky multiplayer game that I can just play with my friends and then go shoot somebody or do whatever I can with somebody else, and then, relax afterwards, but yeah, it still sucks. Shout out to Naughty Dog, and I'm finna get on PlayStation right now. What is going on with PlayStation? PlayStation is going through a lot right now. They're being sued. They laid off people. Games aren't being announced or talked about. So it looks like they have nothing to show or nothing coming up in the next year, basically. Like, what does PlayStation's 2024 look like? PlayStation 2024. Final Fantasy, but that's not even there. That's like, yeah, there's nothing from them that has been announced so far, if I'm not mistaken. Destiny, because they own Bungie now. Destiny, the final shape is coming out. Will be Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Excited for that, but that's Square Enix. Yeah, there's nothing to be excited about next year if you're a PlayStation fan that's been announced. We know they got some stuff cooking, because you can't be this quiet and not have stuff cooking. But what's going on? It's looking like y'all sleeping at the wheel. You raise price on PS Plus. Niggas let that shit slide for some fucking reason. Like, what the fuck? Why? But they raised price on PS Plus. They fired a whole bunch of people, including a chunky portion from Bungie. Bungie's going through hell itself, because people are not fucking with Destiny right now. Naughty Dog canceled Last of Us multiplayer online, so people are just upset about that. No games to look forward to. PlayStation is looking worse than Xbox, and it's kind of crazy to say that. Like, of course, the multiplayer are gonna carry as they usually do. Like, the consoles don't go off exclusivity by themselves. Exclusives matter no matter what nobody says. They matter because they get you to buy their platform. Niggas see Blade and think, ooh, I want to play Blade, but it's only on Xbox, so you gotta go get Xbox or PC. Niggas see Starfield, I can't play it on PlayStation, so you gotta go find another way to play it. Exclusives matter if they're good, but third parties will carry. We still need exclusives, Sony. You can't just not talk about nothing for months. Like, even Nintendo show their hand. They show their whole hand for like the rest of the year, and let you know what's coming up for the whole year, throughout the year. Like, PlayStation doesn't do that as well as Nintendo does. I wonder what's going on, but we shall see, because at the end of the year, it's going to be the end of the fiscal year for them in March, for all gaming in March. So we'll see, because they probably going to ramp up some shit and try to get something out before March, maybe. I mean, I guess they just recently did like the God of War DLC update, so I guess that's something. But we need to see these new games personally. Like what is the Blue Point niggas doing? You know, what are they cooking up over there? We need to see some. Is it Bloodborne? Is it Bloodborne? Stop poking them with a stick. What are you doing? Do something. PlayStation. It was a mid year for PlayStation. Besides, like Spider-Man, to be honest, for their own studios, not like the third-party agreements and exclusive from third parties. From their personal lineup, it's been a mid year for them, and Spider-Man saved it from being a trash year. So yeah, they need to get it together. Hopefully next year will be a rampant different than last year. We also had Horizon DLC in this year, but you know, we need these games now. And I guess speaking of Spider-Man, it's been, I don't know how long it's been. It's been like over a week since the Game Awards. Spider-Man fans, Spider-Man 2 fans specifically, that's been running y'all mouth to this day, talking about Spider-Man got robbed, Baldur's Gate 3 who, like it shouldn't have been this, should have been that. Stop. Stop. You're not helping anybody. Y'all here looking stupid. Y'all here looking crazy. Nobody cares. Like, players vote, Spider-Man lost. Critics vote, critics reviews and votes, Spider-Man lost. The only one I told y'all I disagreed with was the action adventure game that Zelda won. I disagree with that. I think that shit with the Spider-Man. But other than that, Baldur's Gate 3 deserved most of the wins, and Alan Wake 2 deserved most of them wins. So it is what it is. Stop whining to people and attacking people and just being nasty people online for no fucking reason. Y'all out here looking stupid. Y'all got Yuri Lowenthal out here like having to be like, yo, chill the fuck out and shit. Like, people should not have to do that to y'all grown asses. Cause I know a lot of y'all not kids. A lot of y'all some grown ass adults complaining and whining on the internet to other people, and then going back to this console wars like it's the 360 era again. The console wars are basically dead. I'm sorry if you still holding on to that. Oh, PlayStation box is my only box. Xbox is my only box. I don't want to look on the other side. You're tripping. There's games on both platforms that you should be playing. Shit, get a PC as well. There's PC games that you should be playing. Get a Nintendo Switch. There's a Nintendo Switch game that you should be playing. Like, stop this alliance bullshit, because you're missing out on a lot and you look like uncultured. Because if you didn't know what Baldur's Gate 3 was, you are uncultured. That game has been in development for a long time. It's been rumblings about how good that game was for a long time. It came out and it was impactful as fuck. And if you didn't see the impact, that means you're not in these gaming spaces and you do not care enough about gaming to be talking crazy like this online. Y'all are talking so fucking crazy for no reason. Attacking niggas for what? It's a game. It's a game. Lighten up. Yes, I would love to see Spider-Man 2 win something. Yes, Yuri Lowenthal is a GOAT. Everything he does, everything he voices, it is amazing. Yes, Miles is one of my favorite superheroes of all time, top 3 at this point. So what? So what? Get over a loss. It's not like a sports team where y'all ride and die for the team. Y'all going to every sports game and y'all watching your team lose and suck. No. A game came out, it did well, it sold well, it reviewed well, it just lost to a better game. All right? And better in the sense that the majority of other people think is better, not you per se. You can have your own opinion and think differently, because we're all human beings and we all have different thought process, but you don't have to be such a dick/bitch about it. For the love of God, please just stop. Let it go. Go drink some water, touch some grass, and relax, bruh. Damn. I love Spider-Man, but y'all make me feel like I gotta hide me being a Spider-Man fan, because y'all being reckless. Like my Spider-Man 2 was my game of the fuck. No, what was Resident Evil 4? But even then, Spider-Man 2 would have been my game of the year. But I'm not out here shitting on people for not playing it or not wanting to play or not liking it. The fuck? Damn. You fucking idiots. Now, whew, that took a lot. Let's get into something that's still sad and funny to me. I laugh at it more. I think it's more funny than sad, to be honest. The day before. I think everyone at this point, if you're in this culture, know about the day before. The most wishlisted game on Steam at one point came out as a disaster. Went through a disaster, but even before the game came out, had the name stolen right before it's gonna come out. So they had to go through all these court processes to try to get the name back. When the name back, they finally got the name back. The game came out. People was calling it a scam because all the trailers and stuff looked fake. They were selling access to the trailer assets as well. Like there was just a whole bunch of theory happening. The game came out ass, broken, nothing like the real game was supposed to be. Boring division with zombies. I don't know how. 2 days, 1 day after the game came out, the company announced that they're going bankrupt, and this got delisted off of Steam. You can't even buy it no more. And yeah, it's probably the fastest in and out scam I've ever seen. Like it's so crazy. And I see this review right here. What the fuck is this review? Okay, so there are some things that need worked on, and everyone needs to realize this game is basically beta right now. It's just early access. The game concept is fantastic. But shut your ass up. You've been scammed. You've been scammed. It's okay. DayZ was a scam. I'm sorry. Going back, DayZ was a scam. Nothing was good about that game when it first came out. Everybody enjoyed what it could be and the concept of it, and they created their own fun inside of it. But early on, it was just dicking around and watching, like, dicking around with your friends, which you could do in a lot of open world games. What they promised was a scam. What the day before promised was also a scam. Okay? Like, stop trying to get these imaginary hopes up. It just needs some tweaks, and it could be, no, let it go, let it die. But that's besides the point. The point I'm making today is that they posted on Twitter, the company, let me find the company name. I think it's Fantastic, or Fantastic, whatever you want to call it. Somebody, where's it at? Answer to those who asked for a refund. My toner and we're currently working with Steam to allow refunds for any player who chooses to request one, regardless of game time. And they actually went through with that. Steam confirmed that you could get a refund no matter how long you played. Fantastic received $0 and received nothing from the day before sales. One of the people who played it or didn't play it, they just want to talk shit. Unbelievable that you guys hyped this game up so much, and this is the end result. You guys are an absolute disgrace to the video game industry. This is our first big experience. Shit happens. Shit happens. Nigga, you literally lied. You showed footage that was not the footage. You showed gameplay that was not the real gameplay. You lied about what you could do in that game. You talked a lot of shit. You are one of the biggest scam artists in this planet. You are a snake oil salesman. You went through with all of that, after all the turmoil, after all the scamming lies and getting called out about your lies, you still decided to put this piece of shit out. People called it a piece of shit. People refunded the piece of shit. And now you got shut down because you couldn't keep yourself afloat because this game ruined everything for y'all, basically. Which sucks for the developers who didn't really have much to do with it. They just wanted to make a good game. But the higher ups in that bitch knew what the fuck was going on, as usual. The higher ups, the executives, usually know what the fuck is going on and let this shit go. Fuck them. And they got a lot of nerve. Whoever tweeted this should be ashamed of their fucking self. Shit happens. No, nigga. Stop scamming and stop lying. And you'll actually if you make a good fucking product, you will make money. Nobody care about your first big experience. No. You had all the time in the world to make this game. You did. But you kept releasing trailers and stuff like that, which were all lies. Lies. It's like the Dead Island trailer. It's a CGI trailer. They set a tone. They set a tone and they set a concept to what that game would be like. And guess what? It turned out to be different and people were obviously disappointed. It was more tongue-in-cheek, more, B zombie movie instead of like deep emotional trauma zombie movie. So when you do that to people who wants to play your game, wants to buy your game, and they get an initial reaction from your first thing, and then get something completely different afterwards, yes, they're gonna be disappointed. The fuck? Yes, they're gonna talk shit as well, because gamers are known for not closing their goddamn mouths. But that's besides the point. I don't want to say it, but rest in piss. I'm gonna say it. Rest in piss. You don't deserve sympathy. You don't deserve any type of congratulations, thanks for the memories. No. I'm glad you're gone. You deserve to be gone. And there will be better games that come after you that try to do what you did. So, yeah. And there was a rumor going around about them changing their name to something else after they went bankrupt, which would be crazy if it's true. I don't necessarily think it's true, but the reporters will dig into that if it is true. But I don't think it was. I think it's something different. Cause they made another game a long time ago called The Wild 8, but I don't think they say, and it looks like that they haven't been associated with that game for a long time. But a lot of this is still developing. So if something changes, I'll come back to it. But I doubt something's gonna change because I feel like they had nothing to do with it. But rest in peace, Rip Bozo. Ahaha. You get it. And it's been a random topic, a random thing's been on my mind. I sit and think about a lot of dumb, boring stuff in my head when I have nothing to do. And I saw this trailer, and it said Grand Theft Auto Vice City is now available on Netflix. And I thought, who the fuck is playing games on Netflix? I want to know. I genuinely, it's not like an insult. It's kind of insult. 50-50. Who was playing Netflix games, and are they working properly? Is it cloud? I know nothing about Netflix gaming. Matter of fact, we're finna do a learning process together. Let's learn about this together. Netflix games, how it works, I guess. I see the word cloud, so I'm not a big fan of cloud gaming. There's always a delay in every cloud thing I've ever played. It's always a huge delay, and it feels nasty sometimes, especially when your internet's not up to par. If you get any type of slowdown on your internet, nasty, disgusting. It's disgusting. So what I'm looking at, I go to Reddit to see what the people say for the first part. Yeah, I mean, people not mad at it. It seems like it's closer to Apple, the Apple service on the Apple Store. They have a little, and I guess the Google Pass stuff, where you get a selection of games you can download and play, and they have the cloud as well. I mean, I'm not mad at it, but I feel like it's unnecessary. But they say they have Netflix games, no ads, no extra fees, no in-app purchases. Unlimited access to more than 50 exclusive mobile games, including with your Netflix membership. Download an Android phone, tablet, and iPhone, blah, 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 blah. So it's exactly like Game Pass and fucking the Apple Pass thing. Except they probably have more connections to get stuff like Grand Theft Auto on their shit, Yeah, I wouldn't want to play any of these. So, yeah, it's kind of ass, but the people who prefer these type of things, the people who watch Netflix and the people who already play mobile games heavy, every mobile game, just cancel the mobile game one, the Game Pass, not Game Pass, but cancel the Google Pass, and just keep Netflix, I guess, because it looks like they're some of the same shit. But no, because I guess the problem with that is because Google gives you bonus points when you spend money on these games. So if you buy microtransactions on the Google Pass, on Google app, on Google app, you get bonus points, so you get free money basically to spend more money on these games. So yeah, Netflix doesn't really seem like the go-to for that. But if you already got it, you might as well give it a shot. Well, what's gonna harm you? You already paying for Netflix anyway. You might as well just do it, you know. But it's not for me. Cloud and mobile game service that you gotta pay for, that's already with Netflix, who has like a finicky lineup anyway of stuff on their watch list anyway. So I'm not. No, get Netflix the fuck out the paint, basically. Yeah. And I'm a fan of competition, by the way. Competition is needed. Competition matters. Like that's why Xbox is coming up now, because PlayStation was so up their own ass again that Xbox had to come in and show them like, we still got some games now. Hold on now, like, we still got some stuff to show off. But you know, everybody needs to be put down a little bit when they get too cocky. So yeah, but Netflix games ain't gonna be the ones to do it. I'll tell you that much now. Netflix games will not be the ones to do it. But next, this happened a couple days ago. Another unfortunate incident, but it let the gamers know what's happening in one of their favorite developers, Insomniac. Insomniac was held up and hacked by, what's their name? There was a victim of a ransomware attack, and a ton of data was stolen, and they asked for 40 bitcoins, I believe, 50 bitcoins, which was $2 million. They're called the Ricida game. Ricida? Man, I'm fucking up this name. The Ricida. Fuck them niggas. But the ransom group, the hacker group, took the data and released a little bit of it to show that they actually have it. And PlayStation said they're looking into it. And the data we can see, the proof that they showed, lets us know a couple of things. Now I'm not showing anything because, you know, obviously it's stolen shit. But we could talk about it. One of them was obvious. Spider-Man 3 is a thing. It's gonna be a thing, right? The second one was about Wolverine. We didn't know what Wolverine was gonna look like, play like, etc. This is all subject to change, by the way. Don't get that out the way. It's all subject to change. But it's looking like Wolverine's gonna have a camera similar to God of War, meaning up close and personal type combat, etc. like that. I fuck with it as long as it's like brutal and visceral, up close and personal type shit. That seems like it'd be dope. I don't know why I would expect. I guess I'm used to it, like the Wolverine Origins game, and I guess Spider-Man, they had the third person pullback perspective. But I fuck with the up close and personal perspective too, because God of War, them combos hit different when they all up close to you like that, and you can see him rip apart niggas with the axe in his bare hands. That's kind of fire. So if we can see Wolverine snip, yeah, rip a nigga chest open, rip out his heart, have a post in his hand, boo boo, boo boo, squeeze that bitch, blood splatter across the walls. I'll fuck with that. And also, of course, different costumes. We see kind of like a military looking Wolverine, kind of look crazy. And of course the cowboy hat and the plaid shirt Wolverine. But yeah, we get to see something. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of glad to see it. I'm so excited. You know? Wolverine's one of my favorite superheroes. And Insomniac is one of my favorite developers since Ratchet & Clank on PS2. Like, shit, it's crazy. It's been a long fucking time. But now you're Ratchet & Clank. Yeah, I guess Ratchet & Clank, yeah, one of my favorites. So anything I can see for this Wolverine game, I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna be happy about it, because I don't think Insomniac can do no wrong. They're not, you know, they haven't done me wrong at all in a long time. Like, at all, to be honest. Like, I love all the Ratchet & Clank games to a certain extent. So of course, some are better than other ones, but they've never been bad. So the Spider-Man games aren't bad. They 3 for 3 for me. So, hey, let's get ready for another banger. But also in these leaked documents was a thing that said Spider-Verse. And I wish y'all motherfucking would make a Spider-Verse game. I wish you motherfuckers would make a Spider-Verse game. Do you know how crazy that would be? And if it's co-op, oh my God, just don't be like Suicide Squad and make it a live service, because I would cry. But a co-op Spider-Verse game would be fire. The internet speculating that you could create your own Spider-Man. That would also be cool. But I kind of want to see all the Spider-Mans that we know and love, and some that we even don't know, come together and do some cool shit across different universes. That would be so amazing. Like, we knew they was building up to something, especially, I don't know if I could talk about this. It's been a couple months Spider-Man 2 came out, but there's a Spider-Verse hidden thing in Spider-Man 2. I'm gonna say that. There's a Spider-Verse connection in Spider-Man 2. So all I'm saying is I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. We need it. I need it. Oh man, but back to the bad part. This sucks. It sucks to have, I can see your developer, if you're a developer, it sucks to have your shit just stolen like that, leaked, held up for ransom, etc. And I wish the best for them, you know, but man, I'm happy I got to see something, you know? They just got randomly attacked for no reason, to be honest. Like, randomly attacked. Like, why did they pick Insomniac? I don't know. Maybe because of the whole turmoil with the Spider-Man community being loud and angry about losing, but it still sucks that this shit got stolen. So then they promoting this shit, all happy and shit. I'll be mad as fuck. Open your wallets and we'll be ready to buy exclusive data. We sell only to one hand, no reselling. You will be the only owner. Bitch, fuck you. Give me my shit back. Give me my shit back. Like, what the fuck is you doing? Promoting that shit in front of my face. But I don't know. I'm just excited for the Spider-Verse game and this Wolverine game. Hopefully the Wolverine game come out 2025 early. Blade's supposed to be 2025 as well, I think. So yeah, Marvel games are doing way better than the fucking movies, I'll tell you that much. So I'm locked in. I'm ready to see more. And when we see more, I will be the first one to talk about it. And lastly, I just want to talk about games that I guess me personally, but we all have these games that's in our backlog that we don't really play, but we really, really want to play. And I guess I want to talk about the ones I think I want to play this holiday season. Number one on my list is I need to beat Final Fantasy Crisis Core. Like, I really need to beat Final Fantasy Crisis Core. Like, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is coming out in February, I believe. Crisis Core isn't that long of a game for me to be like stressing over it, but it's one of those games that I feel like I've been missing out on. I'm a Final Fantasy VII fan, and I never played Crisis Core. I never played it. Mainly because it was on a PSP, and I never had a PSP on my own. My brother had one, but I never had one on my own, so I never got to play it. And then when I got a Vita, I didn't really play it on the Vita. I played the new Vita game, not old PSP games, so I didn't play it then. So this is the perfect time for me to play it. But, you know, so many good games came out this year. A lot of stuff got pushed back. Like, for example, I haven't finished Alan Wake 2 yet. I need to finish Alan Wake 2. That's second. I want to play Super Mario Wonder. That's something light I want to play. Sonic Frontiers I just bought on sale. Did they get to play that last year? So I want to play that. Like, man. And then I want to dig my heels into Cyberpunk, bro. I'm one of the few people who didn't give Cyberpunk another chance right away because I brought it on PS4 and it sucked to play. It ran like shit, crashed all the fucking time. And I wasn't gonna play that shit that way. I wasn't. Of course, I got a PS5 upgrade. I still didn't play it because I was in the process of building my PC. Now that I have a PC, I brought Cyberpunk again and I have it. So that's another game we want to just dive into and hopefully enjoy it, because I don't want to have this idea that it sucks still. Because in my mind, I just remember the bad, and I think that's fine. That's fine to have a first impression of a game be shitty, even if it get better afterward. Because sorry, first impressions matter, And it does not matter if it changed and got better over time. If my first impression was shitty and I don't want to give another shot because the developer did a bad job and sold a dream to a lot of people and hid stuff and didn't tell full truths. So yeah, I have all right to be mad about it and all rights to be like, yo, I don't want to play it again, even though it's better. But personally, I'll give games second shots. I don't get mad at people for not giving games second shots. So I'm gonna give them another chance, dive into that bitch, hopefully enjoy it. And yeah, that's pretty much what I want to play on my holiday break in my backlog. There's a lot of other stuff too. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I can just go through my Steam and just see the travesty. Like, oh yeah, on PS5, what's that game? The Callisto Protocol. I want to play that, even though I know it's mid. I want to play that. Red Dead 2. Hear me out. Hear me out. Red Dead 2 did not play well for me when I played it on launch on PS4. It felt too animation heavy for me. I was not enjoying the hunger system and the survival system, etc. All that stuff I feel like are added on bullshit personally. But I bought it again on the PC. We're gonna play it again, and I'm gonna have an opinion about it. Hopefully a better one, but I'm gonna have an opinion about it. You know, I want to play more Remnant 2. I beat the original campaign, and I guess the DLC world too. But I want to grind and get a build up so I can be ready for the next DLC to come out, because that game is amazing. This is how you do a fucking co-op game. Like, that game should have won something, but I understand why it didn't, because this is a hell of a year. But Remnant 2 is amazing. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I can't wait for more of it. Yeah, that's about it. I can think of top of my head. Like, a lot of good stuff came out this year, and I played a lot of good stuff, but we only human. We can't play everything unless it's your fucking job and you're like a full-time content creator for gaming. Like, you can't play everything. So I tried, but I'm gonna get to it. Usually I play a lot of games over the break, over the holiday, like not break, but holiday time period, where it's like a lot of games slow down, not a lot of stuff come out, so you got time to play stuff and relax. So yeah, this is that time. So what's in your backlog? I know you got a game that you fucking know everybody love and you haven't played it yet. Let me know what that game is. But that is the end of this episode of But that is the end of this episode of the Today I Played podcast. I hope you got more than just a tip from me. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I do. Shout out to, everybody watched last episode. Shout out to people who watched this episode. I appreciate it. If you hit the like button, subscribe. And I don't know, I'll talk to y'all next time about these games and what we've been playing. It's going to be the holiday. It'll be on Christmas or after Christmas, one of those. But yeah, let me know what y'all get. If y'all got some presents or not. Y'all still getting presents? Fucking babies. But I'm out, y'all. Peace.